If Hank still allowed Jonathan to work for him after what Jonathan did, then he should prepare for his doom, because this is a pure red flag. All Jonathan wants is to destroy Hanks and his business. I wonder why Jonathan's heart is so bitter. The only thing that Hanks has done to you is to help. You can see the way Jonathan switched up immediately he saw the mother-in-law. He wanted to prove to the mother-in-law that the daughter connected him to Hanks so that Hanks can humiliate him. You can imagine how evil Jonathan can be. Not only does Jonathan want to paint the wife as a black sheep, he also wants to make Hanks to look like a bad person. But at the end of the day, everything will bounce back to him. He will not live his life with regret because karma does not lose his address. However, you can see how Jonathan's daughter is so happy that the mother actually spoke to Hanks, and Hanks eventually gave the father a job. This is something that the family has desperately wanted from the father. But it's so unfortunate that your father in question is not doing everything with a good mindset. He just wants to go there and take his pound of flesh according to what he told Debbie. You can imagine how evil Jonathan is. This is beyond the fact that Hanks is friends with the wife. Jonathan is now influenced by Dan's bad advice. But everything will cut up with him, just like we see. After what happened on the last episode, even though some people are coming to say that, hey, Hans is the reason why this family is actually going through this. If Hans was not doing this to the family, all of this wouldn't have happened. On this episode, Jonathan came out to celebrate with his friends that he finally got a job from Hans, that he spoke to the wife, and the wife eventually spoke with Hans, and Hans gave him a job, and that is why he's celebrating. But the other friends, John, that is always giving him good advice, was surprised. How did you get a job? And where are you working right now? And Jonathan was just celebrating because he has actually gone along with the evil plan that Dan eventually gave him. You can imagine how we human beings always choose evil over the good. Jonathan has been given an opportunity with a good and a bad friend, but what has he done? What has he always done? Choose the bad one over the good one. But he does not know that what is coming for him is more dangerous than what is happening right now. Let him continue to follow Dan's bad advice. While he was calling us out the celebration, John eventually asked him where he was working, and he said he's working with Hanks, that Hanks got him a job in his office. Now, he does not want to actually leak the secret of what he wants to do in Hanks' office. He's only there to destroy Hanks. And then again, his friend said, if your wife eventually got you this job in Hanks' office, then your wife must be very foolish to allow you work with Hanks, because she already knows that the both of you cannot work under the same atmosphere. I mean, I don't even support the fact that the wife has to get Jonathan a job in Hanks' office, because this whole thing is never going to end well. It is never going to end well. And then again, Dan is always supporting Jonathan to continue to do evil. Imagine him supporting Jonathan to go ahead and destroy Hanks if that is what he wants. Because after all, it was Hanks that came after the wife. You can imagine the kind of terrible friends that Jonathan decided to keep around him. But he will always regret it. I keep on saying it. He will regret his action. He was calling for more people, more drinks. And you can imagine, you just started a job and you are beginning to live an extravagant life. This was the same thing that Jonathan did. That was why he could not keep his wealth. He was wealthy, but based on extravagant spending, proving to people that he has money, he lost everything. And now he's living under the wives. But at the same time, Jonathan's daughter is very happy and excited that the mother eventually put through the plans of getting the father a job. The father actually called her and told her that he has actually gotten a job, and she was very excited. This is the first time that the daughter is very excited about the father. And then, while she was thanking the mother for giving the father an opportunity, she found out that the mother does not really trust the father 100%. And she was like, Mom, don't you trust that? The thing is, your mom gave your dad this job because your dad asked for it. Left for her alone, she won't even dare go there because she knows that your father is going there to do something bad, which is exactly what we are up against. Jonathan is not going there with good mindset. He only wants to go there to destroy Hanks. The question is, what will Jonathan benefit from destroying Hank's business? Hans has done nothing wrong. He helped you to get your house rent in order, gave your wife money to start a business, even though a lot of people are seeing this thing as something that is bad, that the wife will eventually have something to do with Hans because he's the ex. If you look at it on the other hand, going through the positive route, you will see that this guy has actually been very helpful to Jonathan, but he's failing to see it. And then the mother was very, very happy with the daughter, that she's also happy that the father has gotten a job. But they are only here to see what will happen next. After everything, Debbie had to meet Jonathan when she heard that Jonathan now had a job in Hans' office. Are you crazy? Why would you go to work with Hans that are actually ridicule you? The same person that took away your wife is somebody that you want to work to. Are you crazy? You want to work for him? Seriously? Debbie doesn't know that Hans has his own plans, his own evil plans. The thing is, Jonathan has decided to surround himself with bad people, and that is why everything about him is bad. He has evil plans. And when he opened up to Debbie that the only way to destroy Hans is to go close to him or to use his money, but now that he does not have money, the only way to do it is to get close to his king so that he will be able to destroy him. Remember that if Jonathan eventually goes closer to Hans, he will find more ideas and he will get to know more about his business so that he can be able to destroy that business. And when Debbie listened to the plan that Jonathan has against Hans, she was very excited that it is a good idea. So after all, you have a bad plan. You can imagine, this was the same reason why she came and was acting up as if she was here to question the fact that Jonathan took that job. She only want to make sure that this whole thing end up bad. And of course, she came and met a bad plan as well, and she was very happy. Oh, I thought you were actually going there to do, boy for him. I didn't know that you also have your own plans. This is how you will know that bad friends are always surrounding us. May we not encounter this kind of people in our lives. When Jonathan came out to go to work in the morning, she met the mother-in-law coming to the house unannounced. And when she got to the house, Jonathan was surprised to see the mother-in-law. Mama, you didn't tell us you were coming. And she said, don't mind me, Jare. I took a night bus just to come here. I heard that my daughter just opened a restaurant and I want to come and see it by myself. And Jonathan was, surprised that the mother came. Eventually, when Clara came out and met the mom, I was like, Mom, what? How did you even come? Like, you didn't even tell me that you were coming. Jonathan immediately sees the opportunity to say, Mama, I have to go to work. My wife got me a job in her ex office, Hanks. Started mentioning names. Who asked you? This is how Clara will know that Jonathan is of no good. Jonathan was trying to make Clara to look stupid in front of the mother. All because of what? She got a job for you. Why did you ask her to do it if not for your bad intention? And the mother immediately started questioning everything. You know that every mother will always want their daughters to be happily married. So hearing this for the first time, even though she does not even know the back end story, she's not comfortable with it as a mother that is also married once before. The mother immediately took the daughter inside and was questioning her. What is wrong with you? Why did you have to go there to get a job from another man? Don't you know that this is going to make the man to look, stupid and all that? Do you know how bad that man is going to be feeling right now that you got a job for him, that you got money from another man to pay the house rent? Do you know? And the mother was just questioning everything. But the bad things that I see Jonathan doing is going to Hans' office, sitting down and keeping his legs on the table and was drinking coffee in his office. The question is, what is this man trying to achieve? He just wants to make sure that Hans threw him out so that he can go home and tell the wife that Hans threw him out, humiliated him at his office so that the wife will be angry with Hans. He doesn't know that everybody know what he's doing. Hans is not stupid after all. You might be thinking that he's very stupid to allow you, to put through your plans. But you also have his own plans. You don't even know that Hans, on the other hand, has a CCTV camera recording your stupidity. And Jonathan was exchanging words with Hans, trying as much as possible to provoke Hans so that Hans would take action. Hans could no longer help it. he decided to call security that bundled Jonathan out of the office. This was exactly what Jonathan was expecting, and he eventually got it. He eventually got it. But unfortunately, this whole thing will not turn out good for him, because the wife will not also believe him after everything that he has done. He won't believe that Hans did this, because she has always known Hans to be a very peaceful person. When the security came out and bundled Hans out of the office, Jonathan out of the office, the mother was asking Clara, "Where are your workers? We are here. They are not here yet." And then they started working. The same thing happened when the mother started questioning Clara again. "So you mean that another man gave you money to open this place? You mean another man paid your house rent? That is not good. I mean, you are not supposed to be around Hans right now, because I know how much you love Hans and how much Hans loves you. I mean, Hans being in this country is bad. It will not be good for your marriage." So the question is, are you now telling us that because Clara is in Nigeria and she's married, Hans is not permitted to live in this country again, just for Clara to have a good marriage? It's not done anywhere. Hans has not done anything bad. The only thing we are seeing is that people are thinking that Clara is sleeping with Hans, which is not exactly what is happening. Hans is only trying to help Clara to get back on her feet based on the sacrifice that Clara did for Hans. We don't know if they will eventually do something, but at least for now, let them stop accusing Hans. He is just trying to help a friend. Please like the video if you are not like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will bring the next episode as soon as it drop. But for now,